for this project, or?
Yeah, so what happened was we threw up a video on Kickstarter, and to raise some money, and one of the producers of the show saw our video, was intrigued, and they said, hey, do you guys want to come on? This was in a month of us starting the business, and we're like, absolutely, let's get on.
All right, so this is a tailgate game, and it's pretty ingenious because it's dual purpose. It's part of what you're going to do at a tailgate. Actually, there's a variety of things you're going to do. You're going to drink. You're going to sit around and relax at some point too, and have something to eat probably. But it can get a tad bit boring throughout the hours that you may be there. So you want something to pass the time.
Yeah, for the 7 or 8 hours you're sitting in the parking lot, you want something to do.
So Mike and his brother Frank have created what they call the QB54.
That is correct.
Now, do us a favor and explain to our listeners what exactly this invention is.
QB54 is an entire game of football built out of 2 traditional folding chairs.
Okay.
What we did was we took a chair, cut a hole in it, attached a basketball net, and then we took the fabric of the chair off of the back, exposing the frame of the chair, and we added PVC pipe to make a field goal post.
Okay, so now the chair he speaks of are the type that you might take anywhere if you're going to, your kid's football game, any game, a soccer game, whatever, where you have to sit and plant yourself for a little while.
It's built-in armrests.
It's like a nylon material, and it's those chairs that you see all the parents using. And so you've managed to fix this to where you can take the back part of it off, the backrest off. And then you just remove this piece that goes over the top and underneath, or where the seat is, and underneath is this basketball net. Now, and then of course you construct the uprights with the PVC piping. It's real quick 1, 2, 3 setup.
Seconds.
How do you play the game?
So you set you get with the game set. You get 2 chairs, 2 functional chairs. Set one up at one end, one at the other end, kind of like a cornhole, can jam, or horseshoes. Throw the football. Hit any part of the chair, including the uprights. You get 3 points. Goes in the bucket. You get a touchdown for 6. And then you kick the extra point.
You get to kick an extra point. I like it.
And then there's also, if you catch your opponent's rebound off the chair, interceptions. What we say is it's an entire game of football without the concussions.
I like it because you know what, and it's open to interpretation too. Not unlike some of the backyard games. I mean, when we would play wiffle ball and so forth, to be like, okay, if it hits the gutter, that's a ground rule double.
Right.
If it goes up on the roof, it's a home run, and blah blah blah, and so on and so forth. So you could create. I'm sure you could have safeties. You could have all kinds of stuff that you could throw in there.
We've had customers come to us and say, "Hey, we want to do this with this rule and that with that rule." We're all for it.
Yeah.
You guys get the game. You can do whatever you want with it, and it's taking on a life of its own, which is amazing. And Philadelphia has been the biggest supporters of us since day one, hands down. We've been up and down the East Coast, the West Coast. Philly has been phenomenal, showing us a ton of love.
By the way, I love your Shark Tank-like presentation.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah. No, that's it.
That's
a
how
good
you
sales
sell
pitch.
it. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
What's the recommended distance to have the chairs apart?
So we say about 40 feet, but what's the beauty of the game is when you have kids or people that really can't throw, you can move the chairs closer or further away depending on your skill.
So I know, like, a lot of times, because I play a lot of bago, people call it cornhole and stuff, but my brother's bago game comes with it's attached with a string. So I mean that's one thing you can do with these is just so you always have the proper distances. Got a string and you can attach those to either end, and you're like, okay, this is the official quote unquote distance.
So you're saying this has been your number one market, where you're starting to make inroads in other markets?
Absolutely. I mean we got into 25 Bed Bath & Beyond stores as a test surrounding Philly and also Pittsburgh area. But I live on the other side of the river. I'm a local guy. And I go to Giant games, Jet games, Eagle games. My brother's down in Atlanta. And by far, Philly has shown us the most love out of every
Very cool.
Yeah. Why 54 in the title QB54?
So this 54 significance is the score you play up to in order to win the game. Most games go to 21, blah, blah, blah. We wanted something different. We wanted a higher score, so if you're getting your butt kicked in the beginning, you had a chance to come back and actually win the game.
I like it.
This is very cool.
When you go to, you say you go to Jets games and all these other teams up and down the East Coast, do you have to get permits and set up and do it that way, or do you guys just kind of guerrilla style and show up and do what you got to do?
I'm sorry you broke up. I didn't do
I love it, man.
You have to go guerrilla style because you got to get in and be with the people who are going to play it. They're going to set you up in some area where you're not going to get seen.
I see. So we show up, and I'm super lucky, blessed, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
My family's been 100% supportive of us. My brother's side, on my side. I have my 9-year-old and 11-year-old hustling with my wife and myself. This is a family business that we are, we're starting a movement.
You know what? After watching it, I didn't see Thunderdome. I've never seen Thunderdome, to be honest, but I have seen, Shark Tank several times. And when you're an entrepreneur, when you take on a business, you're starting from scratch, the ground up, and you got to get it going. It is not. There are people that lose their shirt doing this. Or if you've ever seen the movie Joy,
Yes.
which is a legitimate story. It can be a really, really daunting task. Is this all that you're doing now, or do you have a quote unquote real job, or is this what you're doing?
I do have a real job
Okay.
that pays the bills. This is not supporting my family or my brother's family at this point, but it will be shortly in the future. But I breathe, eat, sleep QB54. My brother does the same thing. And if you're an entrepreneur trying to start a business, it's absolutely essential to do that. My friends are probably sick and tired of hearing me talking about the game. But you know what? It's what I got to do.
You have to. It's creative visualization. It's creative focus. You have to, as with anything, you have to leave yourself no option but to be totally focused on it.
Yeah, I went to a friend's wedding, and I was sitting at a table, and this guy, we started talking. I'm like, "What do you do?" "Oh, I invented this thing," and he invented this toy.
Yeah.
And like later on, it seemed like an interesting idea to me. And I was talking to a guy, and I was like, "Yeah, this guy." And he's like, "Oh, Jeff's been talking to you about that." "Oh, dude, I'm so sorry, but it's what you got to do."
Absolutely.
So, what's your hope, and how do you get to the next level? I mean, it's got to be hard to figure out the correct steps to take.
As I'm going to these different tailgates, I meet a whole spectrum of people. I can't tell you how many people have come up to me and said, "Hey, I want to invest. I got this connection. I got that connection." We got approached by 5 different companies wanting to license our game and just give us a royalty at the end. And with all the hard work and that my brother and I put into it, at the end of the day, we weren't interested in doing that at this stage of the game. We're looking for the right investor with the right connections, not just the money, but with the connections of, possibly athletes. Love to get this in Carson's hands. Come on, he would love this game. We went to the fantasy football convention in Dallas last year. They gave us supposedly 15 minutes to take over this indoor football field. We took it over for 2 full days.
Wow.
We had 25, I know this isn't Dallas, we had 25 Dallas Cowboys, NFL players playing our game for
I bet you
2
they were
days.
terrible at it. Terrible.
Well, here's the deal. We're in 2 NFL locker rooms right now. We're in the Dallas Cowboys locker room, we're in the New York Giants locker room. We need this in the Eagles locker room like
absolutely.
yesterday.
Let me ask you, if you ever get the Brookstone catalog, they always have stuff that looks like this, sports related. Have they come knocking?
I got a call from or an email from Sharper Image.
Oh, well, there you go.
I've had Wegmans reach out to us, Bed Bath & Beyond. So we've had a tremendous amount of success in 1 year. And what happens is when I'm walking at these tailgates, people see this chair with these field goal posts. I'm like, what the hell is that? Boom, I got them. They play it, I sell them. It's like nothing like that out there.
A lot of people are texting it. How much? What does it cost to buy a set of this?
Sure. So the set normally goes for $99.54. You get 2 full chairs, you get 2 sets of goalposts, a carrying bag. Everything fits in the bag and the football. But we're running a promo for your listeners today. It's 20% off. Promo code is WMMR.
Okay.
And
what's the website?
They're functional chairs, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
They support up to 275 pounds each.
All right, I'm good.
So when you're done, when you're done killing your opponent in the game, you just sit back and relish your victory.
All right. So the keyword to use is WMMR.
Yes.
What's your website?
Website is www.playqb54.com. That's playqb54.com.
Can I see the ball? What is the ball?
Hopefully, eventually buy the Eagles. Putting an Eagles logo in there would be phenomenal.
Right. So the NFL is,
They seem easy to work with.
Oh yeah. So we just need 150K up front, and then 18% of everything we sell. So yeah, I have that change falling out of my pocket. So we're gonna go there tomorrow.
So maybe not soon, but eventually.
That's where the partners come in.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Listen, and maybe another purpose. Maybe you've thought of it, maybe you haven't. But if you put a little plastic bag in the hole, you can use that as a makeshift toilet sometime.
Yeah,
that is our printer cartridge model. We'll keep supplying you the line is, so they keep coming
For
back.
the incontinent football fan.
You know, if I were to play this game, and I know if my buddies and I were having a few beers and whatever. And by the way, Casey, yeah, the football's a little bit smaller than your standard, a lot smaller than your standard NFL size, but it's not one of those little baby.
No,
ones.
this is legit.
Yeah. I would be stretching it out as far as we possibly
Do you want to spread
could.
it out a little bit here? And just
Yeah,
give it a shot?
let's play a little in studio. I mean,
You.
it's small in here,
Yeah,
but
come on.
I tell you what, we need somebody to do it. Nick, could you spread those up? Take it away, guys.
Are taking the field. Preston Elliott and Casey Foster.
So, Mike, you stand behind the uprights?
Yeah, the line of scrimmage is the front foot of the chair.
Oh, okay.
All right, so you're
Perfect.
both spread out across the studio. Preston throws.
That's 3 points.
Three
You get
points.
3 points for hitting the
points.
chair.
Oh, for hitting the chair. Now for the win. Okay.
6 if it goes in.
And then
I
you kick the
gotcha.
extra point when you get the touchdown, the best part of the game.
Casey winding up
Boom, that's 3-3.
for hitting the chair.
right.
Now this would be much further out,
Of
so
course.
hitting the chair would be a little more difficult.
Mike, I was watching a demo.
Oh!
If it bounces in, it's still good, right?
If it bounces and goes in the bucket, that's a safety for 2 for the throwing.
Ah, all right.
Okay.
All right, so Casey.
And Preston, if you catch that rebound off the chair, that's an interception.
Oh,
You get
okay.
his points.
6-3, by the way. Casey's
6-3.
ahead right now.
All
So
right,
here we go.
Preston.
Oh,
6-6.
That was close.
Come on, somebody's got to get that
6
touchdown.
all.
All right.
get the interception.
I
I'll
think
try.
it's going to Casey. Here we go. See if he gets it.
Mike, you just kicked the extra
All right,
point.
all right, hold on. Here we go. Your opponent holds that as a humiliation factor.
Oh!
Very good.
You almost killed the assistant.
I got to make one.
All right, Preston's trying again.
All right, hold on. You got to kick.
I get the kick.
Here we go.
Oh, I'm going to get this.
Ready?
Preston gets
I was a kicker when I was a kid. Here we go. Ready?
Watch out.
I know, seriously.
Field.
Oh! Oh, man. I want to kick another one so bad. Kicking it is the most fun part.
It is.
All right, try it again.
All right, here we go.
I've lost point. I've lost.
Oh!
Let's count the score.
It's a little addictive, isn't it?
Casey's up by 9.
Oh,
Now,
man.
Casey caught that as it bounced off.
That would have been an
That
interception.
would have been an
Casey would have got the
interception.
points.
All right.
Casey's up by 6.
All right, here we go.
Oh, man.
He's running away with it.
He's drilling
You can tell
it.
this game is a ton of fun.
Another touchdown.
Humiliation
You gotta
factor.
get one field goal. Come on, Casey, you can do it.
It's good! Wow. Nick, hold this for me. I want to kick
All
one.
right, all right.
See?
Hey, we brought a game for the show, so
Awesome.
Oh, we can take it out to events.
you guys can play this.
Wide right.
Fun.
Wide right.
That was fun. Okay.
So now you see, right?
I'm in.
I'm in.
Yep. That's a lot of fun.
Well, we got one now, so that's
And now
awesome.
this is completely NFL authorized.
Yeah. Okay, so where's the best place around here? You can go to the website, but you did say some Bed Bath & Beyonds
Yeah,
have
so,
these?
so some of the Bed Bath & Beyond stores in the Philly area, but also Bed Bath & Beyond online. You can get them there as well.
All right.
And we're also on Amazon as well.
Amazon. Okay, great.
Wow. Well, it's a lot of fun, and Mike actually has given us one set to
Yes.
give away. And I think it's only appropriate, and this is going to take our interns a little while, but we got to take caller 54, right?
Yeah.
All right, 215-263-WMMR is the number, and it's called QB54. And dude, you get 20% off if you go to their website, which is playqb54.com, and you enter the keyword WMMR. So that's good for today only, or?
We'll have that running for a while.
Okay,
All right.
excellent. Wow, well, hey, kudos to you, man.
Thank you.
And by the
It's
way,
fun.
I heard you guys have been playing this game, or playing it for like 30 years?
So it
Or
had-
some version of it?
So my brother and
You're
I were
perfecting it.
well, my brother and I were 9 and 12 years old on Thanksgiving. That's where it was born. We didn't want to do the dishes, so we went outside. All of our friends were gone. We wanted to play football, so we started with 2 garbage cans and my dad's CB antennas on the back of his pickup.
Those were the uprights?
Yeah, those were the uprights. And then he moved away. We never introduced it to anybody. I went to Atlanta. His neighbor was playing it for 3 hours. I'm like, dude, we got something here.
Right.
And then I made a prototype. I'm a baseball coach in town. Went to a Cherry Hill baseball tournament. Parents were walking by. What is this? How much is it? Where do I play it? What's this thing called?
Yeah.
Lightning in a bottle.
Well,
Wow.
good for you, man. That's
you.
great.
All right, congratulations. Good luck with all of this,
Thank
by
you.
the way. All
Appreciate
right,
it.
let's hear from Mike Silva, guys. And Sarah, Philly kind of Snow Bunny, and it is called QB54. We got to take a quick break, but caller number 54, you're going to get one of these. When we get back, we got to talk a little more football. So
Yeah.
Tampa Bar cans here. We'll be back in just a moment. Stay with us.